Hey everyone, it's Sunday at 1 o'clock. I'm just kind of hanging out and just wanted to tell everyone about something that I witnessed today. There's one of the grocery stores here is called the Economart. So it's a grocery store, it's like an Albertsons or whatever. Anyways, I went in there yesterday and they have like a deli section, maybe like 25 tables where you can go and sit, and they sell coffee. So yesterday I went there, bought a couple things, got some coffee, sat down, I had my laptop with me. I have a not a Wi-Fi air card, just a Verizon air card. I didn't know they even had Wi-Fi at that place. I was just using my air card. Anyways, there was another kid there using his internet, or a guy or whatever. I was there maybe like 10 minutes and the deli guy comes out and says, "Hey everybody, there's a 30-minute limit on Wi-Fi usage." And I'm thinking to myself, all right, whatever. It's just crazy. When you get here, you're gonna realize every single person here is rude. I haven't met anybody at any of these stores, Walmart, the grocery stores, just absolute terrible service. So coming from a customer service background, it drives me crazy because I expect everyone to be polite. So there's no hometown, small town feel here. So the people are very rude. Anyway, and I try to be nice to everybody. So anyway, the guy says there's a half-hour usage. I'm like, whatever. I'm not plugged into their thing. I bought stuff from them. So my battery lasted, I only had maybe half a battery. So I was there maybe 35, 45 minutes. And then I took off and was whatever, thinking whatever. So today I go back there this morning to get coffee and something to eat. And there's a kid playing a video game and he's plugged into the outlet and he's like playing Call of Duty or something. He's like all into it. And I don't know if you use the internet for that or not, but I see the guy that announced yesterday that there is a half-hour limit. And he's like irritated that me and the other kid are, sitting there. And again, I was on my air card. I wasn't even using their internet. And I was just reading newspaper articles, Williston newspaper articles. Anyway, so 2 minutes later, and I had been there at this point maybe 15 minutes or something. A guy comes up and says, tells the kid, "You need to unplug your computer." And the kid didn't hear. He takes off. He's like, "What's that?" He said, "You need to unplug your computer right now." And the kid's like, "What's for what?" He said, "You were here yesterday using the internet and you didn't buy anything or something, and you can't just sit here like all rude." And the kid's like, "What?" And the guy says, "You just need to leave. That's what you need to do." And the kid, it wasn't a kid, he was like 25 years old. The guy says, "You need to just leave right now before you're charged with disorderly conduct." And the kid starts like cussing at him and getting all mad and upset and everything and saying the guy's an asshole, all this stuff. So I just thought it was crazy. The kid wasn't doing anything. He was just sitting there minding his business, not disturbing anybody. They had like probably 20 empty tables there. He wasn't like taking up space where they needed more chairs or something. So then the guy comes over and says, they got into it. He ended up calling the police. And it's a small town, so he's like, "Hey Dave, this is whatever, Roger at Economart. Can you send someone over here? I have a guy that won't leave." So the kid ended up leaving. I don't know what happened. But anyways, afterwards, he goes, "Sorry for disturbing you guys, disturbing your breakfast or lunch or whatever." He said, "It's some people." And he said, "And you're all right. You bought something." I had bought some apples and stuff, and I was drinking coffee. And he says, you bought something, so you're fine," which I think is tacky anyways. If you're gonna have free Wi-Fi in a deli area, I mean, I go to Starbucks or Barnes & Noble just for the atmosphere sometimes, and I don't buy something every single time. I've met people there and talked for a short period of time, and I haven't bought stuff. Usually I do, but sometimes I don't. I think it's great. That makes a loyal customer, It's kind of like every time somebody calls me, a real estate client, I have to charge them. Or, I'm just not going to take your call. It's just crazy. Anyways, so he says, "You bought something, you're all right." And I said, "Yeah, well, I was here yesterday. And I was here for maybe 10 minutes, not even using your internet. I was using my own air card, and you guys started hassling me after 10 minutes. And I said, that's not very professional. And he's like, well, I'm sorry for that. You know, some people And I said, it's just ridiculous. Maybe you guys should look and see who you're going to harass and, be a little bit more choosy on it. So the guy said, oh, I apologize for that. But still, obviously it's their policy, so I'm not going to go back there. So the place is called Economart. I would steer clear of it. That they're not welcoming the cashiers. The other day I said, how you doing? I said, how you doing? And she said, what can I help you with? Or something like that. So they're not interested in being nice or friendly or anything. They're just, I guess, there to collect your money, and that's it. So just wanted to put that out there, and that's it. We'll see you later.